see me okay with this? I've been trying to work out the studio um, content, if you will, with with the stuff I got, and the camera's not miking it up, so it's not syncing up. The mic is, but the camera's not. So it's Friday. We're doing a Wing Chun and martial arts hangout. Hope you guys are doing well. Give me a second to wind up adjusting. Can you guys see this? Okay. You guys got to be able to see this. Okay. Let me see this. I got to make sure. I normally run a live show and everything else except for this. So let's. Oh, look at that! I can do this at the studio green screen, and it's gonna be a pain in the butt for you guys. Testing. Okay, you can't see me on that. Shit. I need a fucking intern. If anybody does know how to wind up working OBS with 2 streams for YouTube, let me know how that goes. All right. Anyways, this is how it's going to be for a little bit. We'll get this going. This is fucking ridiculous. I don't want. Do I want to turn? Hang on. Do I have? No, it's locked in that motion. If you're just joining on the replay, skip through all this bullshit. Probably to the 3-minute mark, and we'll be good. All right. Got some. We normally do this streaming on a landscape mode. And as you can see, I got the background tent that we wind up doing. All right, I think we're situated. So anyways, we're going to go with this. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you've been enjoying the channel so far with everything that I've been doing, like, what do you call it? Evaluating, checking out other people's content and seeing whether or not you guys like what they're doing. We're going to keep doing that. I'm going to have a Gary Lamb video I put up tomorrow. I've put up ones on Wing Chun rebuttals as far as the criticism, Wing Chun, all that. And every Friday, I want to be able to interact with you guys. So if you're watching this on the replay, we go live, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 Central. And if this is something you guys like, we're going to continue to do this and interact. What I would like to do, and I want to see what you guys say in the comment section. Here's what I would like to do. I would like to do a Zoom every now and maybe once a week Zoom that we do. And whoever wants to get it, I don't care how big the Zoom gets, right? I think I have the capability for 100 people in there. It'd be pretty fucking, you'd have to manage it. But I'd like to do a Zoom where all of us come together on a Zoom. We evaluate and we go over stuff that we like and we don't like. And we talk about the criticisms of the arts that we like and all this kind of stuff. As always, I do want to revisit some of the questions you guys put in last week's live chat first. So we'll take a look at that. Let me go to that real fast. Now I want to go here. Got to look at my channel. The video we did last week. Let me take a look at, see if there's any questions I missed from last week that we could do this one. Wing Chun Heretic, make sure you follow his content. This is from Wing Chun Heretic from the last video that we did. Tom, I think it's through your evaluation vids here that you'll be able to bridge the overall Wing Chun community. I hope so too. I'm hoping so too. By calling out the good stuff that is there, which works in a practical way from any lineage. That's the goal. I don't want to really criticize anymore the bad shit. I think enough of us has criticized the bad shit. It's time for us to really, embrace the good and see what we like in all platforms across the board. There's far too many people out there in the Wing Chun world that are doing the show. This wouldn't work at MMA. Show me an MMA. I'm so tired of that fucking show me an MMA argument. Guys, for the last time, MMA are two very well... No, wrong phrase. MMA, the stuff that everybody likes to watch, consists of superior athletes. Superior athletes. I will venture to say that a superior athlete versus a traditional martial artist, the superior athlete has the edge. Based on, if you take an NFL player, let's just say for argument's sakes, I made it in the NFL at 5'7", 220, but I had that NFL's conditioning, and I had the NFL's ability to take hits from other bigger guys, and I brought that into a martial arts gym. That's going to give me the edge. I'm telling you, it's going to give me the edge. So MMA, you got two guys are always kickboxing, boxing, grappling, kickboxing, boxing, grappling, kickboxing, boxing, grappling. Great. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just two people who have just adhered to that concept. Plus, it's who can outlast who. It's conditioning. You guys ever really been in a fight? You're punching for 15 seconds, you get winded very fucking fast. We all need to support each other and train hard and bring the pieces of the Wing Chun puzzle together. It's time for Wing Chun peeps to step up, stop being negative towards each other, and push the art forward. That's Wing Chun Heretic, 100%. CJ has a question. Can you practice train Wing Chun without Chi Sao? Yeah, my students in the beginning, they got a little bit of Chi Sao, but we're not going to be going back to that for a while. We're going to be focusing on developing striking power. That's where we've been the last probably 2 months, is striking power, striking power, striking power. Because what good is it if you get the fun of Chi Sao without the ability to knock somebody into oblivion with a strike? That's what we need to learn. I ask for those who don't have a training partner. Yeah, 100%. I believe so. Let's see. Have I ever listened to the Kung Fu Genius podcast? That's from Brandon L. Hawk. I haven't. I'll take a look at it. Wing Chun and martial arts. Make sure you go and check that channel out. I'm going to pull up the exact link. Hey, yeah, no. Let me look at this real fast. If you're just joining, we do this live. Stephen, what's going on, man? Stephen Brown, how are you? I'm reviewing some of your comments here so we can go forward and talk about this. Anyways, it's Keith Mosher's channel, Wing Chun and Martial Arts. Make sure you subscribe to that. I reached out to Keith. I like Keith's stuff so much. I actually asked to do some closed door stuff with him. Wade, what's going on? It's good to see you. I actually asked Keith to do some closed door stuff with him where he would evaluate my Wing Chun. I told him, expressed in an email, I'd like to come down to you. I don't want to do some closed door Chi Sao, but I want to do some closed door. Hey, would you do me a favor? Can you pick apart what you think needs improvement in my Wing Chun? That's how much I like Keith's stuff. So if you're going to be asking me who I think you should go look to, I think the way that Sifu Keith Mosher teaches, it's superb. He has got an intellect mind for Wing Chun. So if you truly love this art, make sure you go to Wing Chun and Martial Arts. Sifu Keith Mosher, and I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to try to make the time. I want him to evaluate my skill set. That's how highly I think of him. Let me go back to any more questions from last week. All right, Jing Sheng Koshu Kuyoshu, let's chat. All right, we're chatting, dude. All right, right. All right, so if you haven't seen two, over the last couple of days I've been doing some review videos. One of the videos that I did, I really had a great time doing, was a review, excuse me, of why Wing Chun is the most hated martial art, a deep dive by an expert martial artist. That's from Inside Fighting. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Dan the Wolfman's channel. I've never, I don't mean to disrespect Dan at all. I didn't know who he was. I just don't follow the MMA circles, never have. But I love Dan's energy. I really do. And no, if anybody asked me, you couldn't pay me to fuck with Dan. And that's a video I did called The Deadliest Strike of All Time, where he shows the relaxation power that you put into somebody. You're going to liquefy their organs. Yeah, Dan the Wolfman, and I say this with the utmost respect, he is fighting. He is fighting. You can tell that he eats, sleeps, breathes training, and constantly is evaluating it. He's a dangerous fucking man. He's just a dangerous man. And you could, and Dan's got that. I'm gonna tell you too. And I think you guys need to know this about some people. Dan, in my opinion, he's always looking for a reason. Like, his language is going to be fighting. Going to be fighting. He's the kind of guy who wants to hit, not out of malice, but out of, like, that's his expression. He seems like such an incredible, energetic guy. But I wouldn't fuck with him. Not a chance in hell. No way. Also looked at Lauren Theron's stuff. Defense against a single arm grab. Make sure you check that out. And was there one more? There had to be one more. Oh yeah, and this was combat self-defense 3 best martial arts styles. No, it's not yours. That was one of the greatest martial arts videos I've ever seen on YouTube. I'm having fun with this. Yeah, you guys are asking about a Gary Lamb video I have coming up. I may put that out today. I may put that out tomorrow. I'm not sure just yet. I don't know. So Wade Rogers, hope that answers questions. Steve, how are you? Other than that, let's go through some questions. As usual, I like to answer your questions. Vance LeCancer, whatever it is, can't pronounce it. Sorry. This is on my How to Stop Any Punch with Wing Chun video. If you are close of your enemy, he will use MMA techniques. If you're far away from an enemy, he could use MMA techniques. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever they choose to do in that moment. You know? Thorjak Pelagroso, I would like to ask, is it possible to use Bong Sao against a swinging overhand right? The shape of Bong Sao? Sure. The energy? I don't see the advantage to that at all. Is the victim? Yeah, put your hands on the victim. Is your opponent shorter than you? Then yes, you can. Is your opponent taller than you? Fuck, say goodnight, dude. You're done. What's the best defense and counter against a swinging overhand right? Going into your attacker. On the last valuation video I did contesting Wing Chun, I put up a few different videos from me in the past showing how I always, it doesn't matter what the attack is, I go forward. You know, I mean, the only thing that I don't do is I don't do this. I don't have a guard up. I just blast right in. And that's going to take the energy, hopefully, out of any strike that I'll receive. You cannot, if you are in the mindset of waiting for the attack to come in and then you're going to deflect, you're going to pox out, you're going to this and that, you're literally a beat behind the movement, right? Because you don't affect the balance of your attacker. You just don't, unless you're attacking in at the core, right? I've done the videos where you pox out to the side, it does nothing to the core of the person. You pox out into the person, even if you miss, it's a strike. So the issue then becomes, if you're not taking the person's balance on every single fucking opportunity, you're going to lose the fight. You're going to lose the fight. It's as simple as that. Hope that makes sense. Raza Daza, I heard that Wing Chun is used to get yourself out of trouble and run, nothing more. I think that's a great tactic. I really do. Sarah, how are you? I really do think that's a great tactic. Get in, get dirty, get the fuck out. And if you live, you win the fight, right? Izzo, did you see Ki Lala? He's a very good, and he enters K1 fights. I will check him out. I think I did see him. He's got very explosive martial arts. I think I did see him. I'll probably use some stuff on him more. Rick Garrett or Gerard, sorry, I'm not pronouncing it correctly. This is for the How to Stop Any Punch Using Wing Chun. Nice video. I agree with pretty much all of it except the Wu Sao. The Biu Sao, this is more detailed here, look at this. The Biu Sao with the elbow down, or an upside down tan, if you will, is the strongest structure. Here, I get it, and I'll finish the statement. Strongest structure that you can't fold your elbow and has easily required less effort. It still hurts them like hell when your attacker's arms meet arms. The harder they hit, the more energy comes back at them. You don't have to strike like it. You do the Wu Sao. While you hardly feel anything, it will hurt a lot. Try it, you'll see. Rick, that's a demonstration. That's demonstration. If you are willfully trying to put up a shape like that to attack an attacker's limb, that's the stuff for the movies, dude. Not to mention the fact, you're telling me to keep my elbow down? Do you know how much that taxes on my shoulder because I lift weights? That's my Biu Sao. Elbows out to the side. Plus, I also learned how to use structure. I have tried it. I have seen it. I've been studying Wing Chun for 25 years. So I understand what you're talking about, but you are talking about movie Wing Chun. You're talking about display Wing Chun. You're talking about stuff that's choreographed. And if you are going to waste your... why would you waste time defending against an attack coming in when you could attack the core? It doesn't register to me. BB... I can't pronounce this. BBOYHANVZLA. I was a Wing Chun practitioner a long time ago, and I thought it could be anyone with 1 or 2 hits, and that I was able to watch every punch thrown at me. Then I had a real fight landed a few punches, but also received a couple of hits, and understood that most people under adrenaline rush are stronger than they look. Yep. Plus, not to mention the fact that adrenaline rush, you start doing this and you lose your fine finger manipulation skills, right? You get gross motor skills take over. So why would you be looking to sit there and pox out? It's like you get a hit baseball, right? You're trying to hit a round object that's this big with a bat that's this big, being flown at you 90 miles an hour. Same thing with law enforcement. You're trying to hit a target with a projectile that's this friggin' big. Well, why are you trying to hit the forearm, which is just this distance on a person, with with complex motor skills and gross motor skills, under high stress? It doesn't make sense to me. I have never experienced grappling. Okay, so I had to improve my headlock. I never experienced grappling, and even when I won, I never wanted to fight again. That's one of the most responsible comments I've ever heard. When you do get in a real fight, you don't ever want to do it again. They're just horrible. They're horrible, horrible, horrible. And I really hope that nobody does get in any fights, because they're shitty as hell. But yes, I mean, when people ask, like, why do you train for Wing Chun? I train because I love it. It's entertainment. Dan over in the comments here. Hello, sir. Thanks again for doing a vid on my strike. Dan, I just mentioned you about 5 minutes ago. Go forward with it. Elbow strike. Dan, you're a dangerous fucking dude. I'll tell Dan, this is the closest I get to telling your face. I wouldn't fuck with you. You're dangerous. But I love your stuff. You have, again, I'm not praising him for anything other than I like his stuff. There's a lot of people on YouTube who all of us are putting our passions from martial arts up, right? I don't know Icy Mike. I've watched this stuff. He was a cop for 8 years. I was a cop for 19 years. And I'm bigger than Mike. I don't know if I could fucking take Mike in a fight. I have no idea. No fucking clue, right? But I go for energy. I go for energies. Dan is a fighter. You don't need to see his shit to know he's a fucking fighter. Listen how he talks. Listen to his passion. Dan gives off that energy that most of the martial artists don't. So to be honest, I don't think Dan's a martial artist. I think Dan's a fucking fighter. That's my 2 cents on it. So Dan the Wolfman, you're a dangerous guy. You're probably one of the most dangerous people on YouTube. Let me go through some more. Andrew T, you like the review videos? Thank you. I appreciate that. And these are some of the review videos. John, I once blocked a punch from a bad guy who was on drugs, just like he showed in the first block. It's funny how people say they can't block punches easy on the street, but it's quite easy. All right, dude. Do whatever you got to say. Wing Chun Brotherhood. They're a great channel. I met him when he came out here. Has a great comment over on the Wing Chun explanation video. It's long. I'm going to have you guys read it. Check it out. I think it's fair if we do that. Dan, we don't do... okay, so I'll cover this right now. Dan wants to know about the straight blast. The straight blast is a concept. It's in Wing Chun, it's misunderstood, right? We bottom line, the straight blast, we fucking lied about it. I saw you do it in demonstrations. You did it properly without even knowing what you're doing. The straight blast is only for one reason: to re-bridge contact once it's lost. So there's a couple different concepts that we use in explaining this. The first one is sensory overload. If I come up to you and I tap your forehead, and I'm tap, 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 you're going to get annoyed, right? But if I tap your forehead, then your cheek, then your shoulder, then your chest, then tap your leg with my knee, then I go back to your forehead, but all the way around, and I go do like this, a ton of things, you're going to get annoyed, right? Think of walking into, like in the summertime, you're outside, you're walking, and you walk into like a cloud of gnats. You do this shit, right? It's the same concept. So the concept for the straight blast, it's not to throw a series of punches to do damage. Believe it or not, shit, I'm fucking tooting Dan's horn today, Dan the Wolfman. He did it correctly. It is to get an attacker just simply doing this to bridge contact. What the straight blast, it is not this, right? If you look at every single concept in Wing Chun, we have Pak Sao, or Pak Sao straight, Biljin, Gan Sao, Bong Sao. Straight blast is any one of these tools can come through based on the fact that we trained like this. So it's the Indiana Jones. Does everybody remember where there was the bag of sand and the golden idol and you replaced? That's all it is. Strike, replace. Strike, replace. Strike, replace. That's all it is a theory. It's like the jab, right? The jab is always a feeler. The straight blast is a perpetual feeler. That's why we have our Munsao Wusao out. We're always somewhat posting, if you will, on a bad guy. So we always fucking know where he is. So in application, Dan did it correctly. I don't think he even knew he did it correctly. It is to bridge the gap, overwhelm, and then change a tactic. But I've seen so many people, and I'm not insulting him because I never met him. I met some of his students. I like Vunak. I think Paul Vunak did a ton for martial arts. I really do. But if you're going to straight blast somebody and you're training to have them with a biker helmet on and straight blasting, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Here's the deal. I'll use Dan as an example, right? I go to train with Dan and I do the straight blast. You know what he's going to do? He's going to go right in for a takedown because he knows that my hands are focused up on his head. That's what you see a lot of the Wing Chun people under Lung Ting's lineage. They are sitting on their back leg and they're straight blasting in. Fucking step off line and take him down. It's that easy. I'm not kidding. The straight blast to counter, step off line, take him down because you're raised up and that's it. So it's transitional, number one, but number two, it's replacing. You are replacing contact to make sure that you're smothering and overwhelming people. Hope that makes sense. Survivor. If Wing Chun has any real life application, why haven't we seen it? Plus, it really shat the bed in early UFC. Did you see the video, Survivor? I just did. It's an hour-long fucking video answering all your questions with another skilled martial artist who actually brought up everything you did. I just did that. Jesus Flores. Never practiced Wing Chun, but I've watched a couple of videos in sticking hands and implemented it in judo, so I could say it's definitely helpful. It's stand-up grappling. I've wrestled since I was 12 years old. I say it all the time. Wrestling, dude, if my body could take it, I'd be doing wrestling tournaments. I miss wrestling so fucking much. I really do. Chisao is the closest thing I can get to that. Will I ever probably foxhouse somebody in the throat in real life? No. Hopefully, never. Will I ever punch somebody in the face again? I hope never. I really do. I miss wrestling so fucking much. I loved it. I ate it, slept it, breathed it. But wrestling is where you can go full force. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you can go full force. Boxing, gloved up, you can go full force. Kickboxing, gloved up, full force. When you're talking about bare hands and shit, you really can't go full force. So Chisao is another aspect where it has limitations. Yeah, well, it is. No. Dan, here's where you're correct. The way I do it, or Vunak does, or the CIA does, over elliptical versus machine gun. This? No. It's this. We taught this, right, bicycle chain, because it teaches students to replace. This opens up center line. This you're teaching, all right, I've got to come back with something and go forward. Something back with something, go forward. Something back with something, go. It's a concept. Straight blast is just as much of a training tool as Chisao is. It's just a replacement there. That's it. UFC ain't the streets, but it's real strikes. Okay, Survivor, I've said this before. Take an off-season MMA guy, put a sweater on him, a thick winter jacket, heavy boots, outside Chicago in a parking lot where it's icy and snowy middle of winter, and maybe they're a 135-pound MMA guy, and stick him up against a 6'2", 220, guy who's about to rob him. Let's see what happens. I'm so tired. MMA is not the fucking end-all, be-all of fighting. It's just not. Raheem Ali, I'll bet on a Wing Chun in the streets anytime from experience. Still doing armed security out here. It does. If you can't make your system work in the cage, then when will it work? Okay, dude. You're right, man. Survivor. Cool. You're right. We suck. We suck ass. That's it. SJD, Wing Chun does work. It's how you apply it. Concepts and reality are vastly different. 100%, dude. I mean, fuck. If I'm going to face off, again, I'll use Dan as an example. If Dan and I meet up, we don't like each other. I don't know how tall he is. I don't know how old he is. We look like we're about the same age. But I bet you his conditioning is better than mine, right? I haven't been in a ring, on a mat, anything. In 2005 was the last time. We're going to fight. If I get the best of Dan, push him, knock him over, and I run, I won the fight. You think I'm going to fucking stick around and trade blows with people? All right, Dan goes back to, but Vunak and that deadly dude did it way too high instead of from center. That double leg or bong sao is easy to counter, but what they do is way too high. 100%. That's the point. If I do a straight blast on Dan, and he knows what it is, and I go for the head, he's going right in for a takedown. This is how it is. All right, a couple more minutes here. Let's see. Hope you guys are enjoying this. All right, hang on. Anyways, all right. Yeah, it's Friday. We do this every Friday. Hope you guys are answering the question. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Hit that thanks button. Make sure you subscribe to other channels on here. We got Dan the Wolfman who's joining us today. Make sure you go join him in a chat. Again, there's a lot of guys I like looking at, and I'm gonna start sharing them on my channel so you guys can see it. I think that we need to have a lot more. This is what I want. I don't give a fuck about MMA. I really don't. It's entertaining, but I want to point out what I like. We know that 90%, Survivor, I don't think you've ever been in a fight. I don't think you will be in a fight. I think you'll be in a controlled environment where you can trade blows with somebody. I don't think you've ever really been in a circumstance where somebody wants to end your fucking life. I don't. I don't think you've ever had a knife held up to your face before. I have. Yeah, go Google Dominick Izzo knife defense. I'm in the newspaper for it. I don't think you've ever shit your pants or pissed your pants at what you've had to do to another person, and how violent fighting is. A lot of us know this. So we want the purpose of our channels at this point is we want peace. We're prepared for war, but we'd like to showcase the best of our martial arts and our passions with you. Hope you guys are enjoying this. This is great. Other than that, yeah, I'll see you guys next Friday. I'll probably Richard V. I've had a knife pulled on me, and yes, I ran away. You won the fight. You won the fight. He's talking. Yeah, no, Dan, I see your comment on that. He and I just don't speak anymore. It's as simple as that. I did a video why a couple weeks ago on the channel. I closed that door, that chapter of my life. But he's one of the most talented guys I've ever known when it comes down to martial arts, let alone Aikido. But yeah, we just don't speak anymore. Other than that, I'll see you guys next Friday. I'll put up the Gary Lamb video maybe in a couple hours. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys have a great day.